What up, Hawk fans? This is Emma Welch back with your on-campus interview. I am your host, and I am going to be joined with, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I am MacKenzie Conzelman, an elementary education major, minoring in leadership, and I'm getting my kindergarten endorsement.
Heck yeah, she's got a list there. So, first question I got for you. What made you decide to go into education or to become a teacher?
I just love the students. Like whenever I'm in a classroom, all the kids are just loving, and I just love them so much. And also my parents are teachers, and then my grandma's also a teacher that inspired me to go there. And then also when I was in high school, I got to observe in a kindergarten classroom, and the teacher there was just so welcoming.
Right, and I'm gonna kind of go back with this. What made you decide to come to DSU?
So my parents were alums, so that was cool.
Yeah.
And we came here, and I was like, I'm not gonna come to Dickinson. And then everyone here was just so loving and caring, and I was like, I have to come here.
Yeah.
And I also played basketball for 2 years, so that was also a good experience.
Your parents are like the cool kids when they come back to DSU. It's
Yes.
so funny to me.
Because we went to the cafeteria, and my dad saw his football coach, and he was like, oh, hey, how's it going? And it was just so loving.
It's just so funny when they come to town because everyone knows them.
Exactly.
Okay, so what is your goal for when you finish school here? Like, do you want to be in a kindergarten classroom? Are you gonna like get your master's? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so I want to get my master's here. I want to become a GA, so then I get my schooling paid for at some point. And then also I want to be in a kindergarten classroom, but I haven't experienced like upper level, so we'll see where that takes me.
Right, right. So little kids.
Little kids.
With that kindergarten endorsement. Preschool. Yeah.
I also have an early childhood minor too. So.
Yeah. Okay. How does the DSU School of Ed support their students the best?
I like the hands-on experiences that they have. Like we get to go into classrooms and get to observe the teachers and get to see what their input is, and they get input to us. And the teachers are just so loving here, the professors, and they'll be there for you whenever, and you can go up to them whenever and just be like, I'm struggling with this, and they'll like give back to you.
They're great. They always bring snacks and stuff.
Yes, so nice. And then also in the SEA, they just give a lot of snacks and stuff to us, and it's so nice.
Yeah, they give us a lot of opportunity too. I feel like, at least that's my opinion.
Yeah, because we've done Mario Kart, which has been fun, and just bringing the community, like the students here. And then also we've done Thanksgiving, or Friendsgiving, so that's been fun. Yeah,
we had a lot of our School of Ed professors there. That was great. All right, how long do you have left for school, and what has been your favorite part thus far?
Wait, say that question. Cut that out.
Okay.
Take a cut?
Yeah, we'll cut.
Okay.
Just ask the question again.
Okay. So MacKenzie, how long do you have left to school? Just answer that for me.
So I have this spring semester, and then I have one more year, and then I'll student teach next spring.
Next spring.
Yes.
Right. And you've been here this is year 3. So what has been your favorite part of like DSU and the School of Ed so far?
The friends that I've made here, I think, has been the best part of it. I had my like basketball friends, and then when I got in the education program, like I just established a lot of friends, like lifetime. And the professors here also are like going to be long life friends down the road.
Right.
So.
I would agree. All right. The last question I have for you, I ask it on every interview. Xander asks it in studio, Chris asks it at game day, and that is, what does DSU mean to you?
So Emma over here asked me for this interview, and I was like, I hate public speaking, I'm not gonna do this. And she's like, I'll get you a coffee at the end. So I'm like, all right, I'll do it. But honestly, DSU is just like a loving community. It's a small community, and all the professors are just here for you, and success down the road. So
you're saying that DSU means bribery?
Bribery, yes.
And friends.
And friends.
And friends.
And friends, yes.
So, yeah. Now we're gonna head in studio with Xander, and I'm gonna go buy MacKenzie a coffee.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to HawkTalk. I'm your in-studio host, Xander Beeson. Today I'm joined by two very special guests, the CAB crew. I'll have you guys introduce yourselves to the people.
I am CJ Molina. I'm the Student Engagement Coordinator.
And I am MacKenzie Hicks. I'm the Assistant Dean of Campus Life.
CJ, welcome back.
Thank you.
We just had you on last semester. We have MacKenzie on every year, but you've quickly become a frequent flyer. I don't think you were on at all when you were a student, and now twice as a staff. Well, you were
like once or twice.
Never mind. I'll eat my words. So you guys are obviously CAB, campus activities. What are some of the events or things you guys have coming up this semester?
It's going to be pretty jam-packed. We have quite a few coming up right away. We'll have the casino night. That's a fan favorite.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, a lot of people. So really excited for that. Been working towards that a lot. Then we'll have the Valentine's Day. We'll do the Stuff-A-Plush where you get a bunch of cool critters and whatnot.
Yep.
And then some grocery bag bingo and then quite a few others to come.
We also have CJ's been working really hard on intramurals. He's got intramural golf starting next week, I believe, and then that goes until basically spring break, and then he's working on getting basketball and volleyball started. Okay. So basketball we've had the last couple of years, but volleyball will be new, so really excited with that. And then we also have family weekend coming up in March, so let your families know so that they can come visit and hang out with us for the weekend. That's going to be March 27th through the 29th. Okay. We line it up with the Foundation's alumni weekend. Yep. So come on down during that weekend. There'll be lots of activities happening for all ages, and keep that in your calendar.
Awesome. Why do you guys feel it's important for new students, old students, whoever, to come to these events that you guys host on campus?
It's real easy to create a bond with people. It's super hard when you're not involved.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way. Was the first year or so I was kind of distant, stayed away from it. And then I learned the more and more that I was on campus and actually getting involved, that's how you make friends and you have fun time.
We definitely agree with CJ on that. I mean, you can't meet new people if you just stay in your room the entire time. And you know, I mean, we all know our campus is heavily athletic based, but so you have your teammates, but then who do you hang out with? Who do you talk to outside of that? And so, I mean, we just always encourage students, try new events. If you don't like one, then that's perfectly fine. There's, I mean, a million different events that we hold on campus, and people ever say they're bored, then they just need to come talk to us and we'll find them something to get them engaged.
This is no shot at you guys, but I've been here for 5 years, so everything that you listed coming up this semester, I've seen DSU do before. And it's like no shot. If it works, it works. Is there anything new that you guys want to try that you're maybe scared just won't work out, or you guys kind of, it works, it works?
Yeah, it's a little difficult because we play around with a lot of different ideas when we have our CAB meetings. So there's some things where we get skeptical and we're like, well, let's for sure go with this because we know this is a good idea. And then there's others where it's like, okay, well, maybe we test this at a better fitting time. Yeah. And so we plan to do some things that are a little different this semester at one point.
Okay.
One of the things that I need to learn the logistics of it, but you know, South Hart just had it the other night. I think New England had it. Donkey basketball. Oh. I would love to bring that to campus, but awesome. I don't know the logistics, and so that's something I'm just looking into on what does it take to host that event. Who knows if Pete and Selvig would ever let me hold that in Scott, Jim, or Weinbergen, but it's a little dream of mine.
A lot of waivers, I think, is the big thing.
Yes, absolutely.
I've seen a lot of injuries on Instagram.
Yeah, but
people getting hurt.
I just think it'd be such a cool event, so
maybe
someday we'll get that.
Is there anything coming up, may not be this year, maybe something you guys have on the back burner for future years that you're kind of really excited for, that you just can't wait to get rolled out for students to come to?
For me, I'm excited for Homecoming 2028. That's 100 years of homecoming.
Okay.
And so this last summer, I've already talked with the foundation, and we've already kind of started talking about some ideas that we wanted to do. They wanted to see how 100 years of football went first, and I mean, I think everybody can agree that that was amazing, just to see that many people around campus.
We lost the game.
We lost the game.
Not as a player. I didn't have fun as a player.
But all the activities leading up to it. And so we've slowly started talking about what does Homecoming 2028 look like. So that's something I'm excited, just looking forward to, just getting ready for that one. That's mine, at least.
Yeah, and then for me, it's more of now that we're getting the intramurals up and running, just having a little more variety of events, whether they're the leagues or the one-on events. It's nice to get a variety and see different stuff, so I'm excited for that.
Awesome. When you guys are making your schedule, I know you have like your bigger times like homecoming or your weekend of welcome, those bigger times. How early in advance, obviously this homecoming you just spoke of is a little different because it's bigger. How early in advance are you starting your process of a school year's like full schedule of events?
Yeah, so with kind of like our general CAB events, you know, when we're planning on bringing people in, we start talking about that right around like March, April of that year before, or
so
that
this
semester
March and
before.
April you're planning.
Yeah, we are starting to
year's.
plan for next year, at least for people that we want to bring onto campus, because then we can secure the dates that we want them, make sure that we're getting the people that we're wanting, double checking our budgets, things like that. We tie it in. We go to a pretty big conference in April, and so we utilize that conference to see all these different performers, and then once we get back from there, we talk about, all right, we just saw these people, now who do we want to bring to campus? So a lot of those bigger ones, we start planning March, April. Kind of same thing with homecoming. You know, I try to at least start those conversations right around that time, figuring out what's our theme going to be so that we can start getting logos, designs, all that kind of stuff. The sooner we can get working on that with Elena and the OMC, the better. And then we kind of utilize the summer as well for a lot of those planning pieces as well. And then once we get into that academic year with CAB and with Homecoming Committee, we kind of take it month by month almost. We try to work at least 1 or 2 months ahead of time, basically. So Homecoming, we basically try to utilize the remainder of the summer to at least figure out what events we want to have, and then my goal is always like beginning of September, if not late August, like get things finalized. But sometimes we have to wait till the start of the school year when we have athletic calendars and all that kind of stuff to get things ironed out. And then with the CAB events, just typically a month or 2 months out for kind of those smaller grocery bag bingos, the stuff a plush, things like that on, okay, where do we want to put something in for the students?
And it's pretty similar with the intramurals. We get a little ahead. I try to plan more than a couple months ahead, usually, because
especially your bigger ones, like golf, that's going to take a couple months, and then basketball, So
like with golf, for example, I started doing all the talks in that in September for January, and then right now I'm working on basketball. None of that starts until March and April.
We kind of spoke about this beforehand. There is, for the students watching, you've probably seen in your emails, the Student Center renovation proposal, I think is the correct way to word it. It's nothing's official yet.
Right.
But Student Senate is pitching the idea to students about a possible renovation of the Student Center. I will kind of let you basically tell the people what you told me beforehand about what that entails.
So, you know, Student Senate is kind of looking at different ways that we can revamp our student center, but a lot of that comes from input from the students as well. They're all in agreement that they don't, yes, they're the student body government, but they don't want to be making those kind of decisions for the students, because it does impact our students in a lot of ways. And so throughout that, you know, you'll be seeing different emails, some of them that have already came out, some more coming up too, but the big pieces are they're going to be holding 3 open forum information sessions. The first one's going to be January 28th, so that's next Thursday at 7, and that's talking about how the universities are funded, so the why of the project. So they're just going to kind of talk about where those funds come from, the impact, pieces like that. On February 17th at 7 p.m., what could the plan be? So we've had some renderings created on what this could potentially look like. And so they want to share those ideas with the students so that students can actually visualize what a potential plan could be if the Student Center got renovated. And then the final one is March 24th, also at 7, how to vote. And so just kind of tying all those pieces together, getting ready for that vote, and then they're going to hold an official vote from April 13th through the 17th. Okay. So throughout the semester, you're going to see a lot of different pieces with that whole project, but definitely reach out to the student senators just for more information about it. They've been doing a lot of research within this project, working closely with President Molander and Ty, just since they've done projects similar to this, but since this is truly going to impact our students in various ways, we really want to make sure that the students have a voice as well and are getting all the information that they need about this.
Awesome. Anything to add, CJ? All right. Well, last question. We asked this to everyone that comes on HawkTalk. CJ, try your best to have a different answer than you had first semester. What does DSU mean to you? Not all at once now.
I know. I know. DSU, I mean, everyone says the whole DSU is a family thing. DSU is a community. And I mean, it really is. But I think it's still more than that. DSU is a place where a person can grow. I mean, I'm an alumni, and so when I was a student here, never in a million years thought I'd be back here working. And so the doors that DSU opens, I truly say, are the same doors that any other college out there can open. But you as a student and as a person have to make that impact and that drive to go through those doors. If it wasn't for those connections that I made at DSU during my time, I wouldn't be back here. I wouldn't have done some of the things that I've been able to do with my life. And so I've always been very thankful for DSU.
For me, I mean, family is an understatement.
Yeah.
It's incomparable. There's no words that you can compare it to, where this community, everything about it, it makes it whole. There's always opportunities. There's always someone there for you. It's just unbelievable how great this community is, and it's something that wherever I've been, it's unmatched because you're always welcomed here, and there's always something for you here.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming back on. You've obviously been here. I think I've had you every year. I've been a HawkTalk host. I've had you both semesters this year. Probably the last time I'll interview you guys, because I think I said in the last episode, my retirement tour, my last semester as a HawkTalk host. But I appreciate you guys coming on. Be on the lookout. This camera. Be on the lookout for all the events coming up through CAB, and see you guys next week.
What's up, Hawk fans? My name is Cheyenne Jacobs, back here with your weekly recap, so let's get into it. Men's basketball dropped 2 close games against Mayville and Valley City with scores of 80-76 and 96-92. Women's basketball won their 2 games against Mayville and Valley City with scores of 71-61 and 72-61. Both teams head to rival Bismarck State this Thursday to take on the Mystics, so good luck, Hawks. Men's and women's track and field were in Bismarck this past weekend, where they set records and qualified athletes for nationals. Senior Natalie Lyle broke the school record in the 1,000-meter. Ty Leichner won the men's high jump, clearing 2.04 meters and qualifying for nationals. On the throw side, Dylan Dahlgren and Corey Nagel put up record-breaking performances, earning them Frontier Field Athletes of the Week honors. Men's wrestling heads south this weekend to Marshall, Missouri to compete in the Missouri Valley College Invitational. Women's wrestling head north to take on Minot State in a duel this Sunday. And we wish all of our Hawks good luck in their competition and activities this week. And as always, Hawks are up.